with that, let's jump back into the whole market change, the rule changes with TRID coming up. What is Midtown doing to help everybody get ready for the October 3rd changes?
Well, you and I have closed several transactions together in the past, and I've looked at some of the stuff that Waterstone, that your mortgage company has done in the past, and that is doing, and man, it's just cutting edge stuff. I can't believe some of the stuff you guys are doing. So I have to be honest and say I may have to ride your coattails a little bit, because there's some innovative stuff that you guys are doing that we're just not seeing in the market right now. But for ourselves, we're going through a heavy period of regulation right now, where a lot of the documents are changing. So folks, if you're listening out there and you went to closing and you saw your closing statement, your HUD statement, as they've always called that. I'm sure you guys have talked about that. That's going away to the closing disclosure. So what it means to our business is, the last change in our business was in 2010. If you remember, we added the comparison pages on the statements, which compared estimated numbers and final numbers, which I always thought was a great change. I don't go to closings anymore where people don't know how much money they need to bring.
Exactly.
So that was a great change. Now change was hard, but it was still a good change.
This industry does not embrace change very well.
No, it does not. This change is going to be hard, but I have to believe that there's people out there smarter than I, and if it's good for the customer, we need to be doing it. Some of the stuff we're implementing, it sounds so crazy, but background checking our employees, we're having to have clean desk policies on our desk. People aren't leaving files out there. We got to have written policies and procedures. A lot of places don't. We have that already. There's a lot of accounting stuff that has to go on. You have to be certified by a third-party accountant at this point in time that you are in compliance with the new regulations, which that certification alone it costs between $15,000 and $20,000 every 2 years.
Wow!
So it's but it's a 5-month process. So it's not like they walk in and just say, "Hey, yeah, you look good. Here you go." They test your processes for 5 months, and they see where you're doing good, where you're doing bad, and then they're able to provide either a pass or a fail at that point in time. We've got all the insurances. We had to carry cyber insurance, fidelity insurance, employee theft insurance. The biggest thing in our business, people if they know or don't know, is we're the money people. We get all the money for the transactions comes into our account, and then we pay everybody out of the transaction. But that's why the system works good. We talked about that earlier, is that it is meticulous, and it's definitely a detail-oriented business. You have to be very detail-oriented to make that go. But we're not done with our certification yet. There's not a lot of companies that are. The way that the CFPB has, which is a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, wants, you have to be engaged with a company by October 3rd, which we are, and we're going through that 5-month process. So we're really looking into the first quarter of 2016 before we get that actual certification in place.